Yo, what is going on, guys? How we all doing today? Um, Actually, 1 second, sorry. All right. Is it live? All right, we're up. All right, so bad news today, gang. Pokemon is currently in a update, so won't be able to get some games in today because I'll be at work by the time it's all up and running, unfortunately. So yeah, I know. Yeah, I do. I do jog like that. I forgot to hit the be right back. So, hey, man, I'm still learning. Anyways, at least I wasn't in my underwear, you know. So that's always a good thing, you know. At least y'all know I wear shorts or pants when I go live. So, man, I am looking pale, but I am not pale. I actually got very tan and burnt, mostly burnt over the last week. Anyways, yeah, so sadly, the game is down. It's going through an update, so I can't play, and I was really bummed out because I woke up today. I got a good start to the day, and I was like, you know what? I think I got time to stream today. I should have time, and I got all my stuff done, and I really planned on doing. I planned on to. Oh, was my YouTube running? Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Yeah, I am all over the place. I'm still trying to learn this computer, and it is just a pain in the butt. But yeah, yeah, I'm really bummed out. I can't play today for you guys. I think I know what the issue is. Give me 1 second. Okay, a little bit better. Anyways, yeah, I was just really wanted to get some games on. I mean, what we can do is we can talk about future decks that I might want to play with. But I'm still learning how to screen share. So when I transition, I'll probably freak a bunch of you out. So we got the screen share. I'm trying to think what we can do here. Let me see. Oh, I know what it is. No? Oop. Still learning. Okay. So, let me see what I can do. Justin Basil. Make it, because I want to try to see the chat so I know when you guys are talking. Go into OBS and open new window and share that window only. Okay. All right. OBS. Oh, I know what you mean. Okay. All right. It should just be. Trying to think. Would it be no, not Mac OS screen capture? Oh, browser. Oh, it'll be browser. Man, you might be the MVP today. Okay. OBS, new source, drop menu. Okay. All right. Window capture. Would it be browser? Okay. No, I don't think it'd be that, would it? jeez. I am all over the place, guys. I am sorry. Okay, let me get rid of these. Okay. Okay, so then move to the menu for me to see. Okay. All right, see what I could do. All right. So I got screen capture. I was using this one right here. Okay. Yeah, I muted myself by mistake. Okay. Oop. Got Justin Basil right there. All right. We should be good now. Can y'all hear me? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. I think I got it now. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Y'all can hear me now. All right. Okay. So I was looking at some decks maybe to play next. So I'm going to go on what to play. So there's all types of decks you can use. So there's meta decks, which is like Chien-Pao, Charizard, obviously. Like if I click on it, let me see. If I click on it, yeah, it shows you like the top decks in format. If I just scroll down just a little bit, okay. So yeah, it's showing you like, well, Chien-Pao's now number 1, I guess, and Charizard fell. All right, that's weird. Normally Charizard would, to me, I think, be the top dog. Hold on. Something's not right here. Computer's making this weird noise. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking I'm doing something that I'm really not. Okay. Anyways, so you can come on here and check out like the top decks in format. So Ancient Box, this was the one I used the other day. So if I click on it, it will take me straight down and it will show me all the cards I need. So obviously you all saw me use Fluttermane, Roaring Moon, obviously, the Koraidon. I didn't have Great Tusk in there. I took it out myself. I think I added an extra, was it a super rod? No, not a super rod. I added an extra something. I don't know if it was energy. I really can't remember. But yeah, you can see all the cards you need. And then you can like watch a guy, you know. So like you could watch the archetype in action. So instead of just reading it, you can watch people play it. And there's also basic strategies. So like early on, attack with Koraidon's Primordial Beatdown, which does 30 for each of your ancient Pokemon in play. When I used it, I think I used Koraidon a little bit. I I used his attack just a little bit. I was primarily on focusing on throwing cards away to use Roaring Moon's Vengeance Fletching attack, as you all saw when I did that Oko on the Charizard for 330 for the win, which was insane. That was pretty cool. Alright, and there's like other stuff. So there's Gardevoir. Alright, if I scroll down just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so yeah, you can see the Pokemon that you need. 4 Kirlia, 4 Ralts, 2 Gardevoir EX, 1 Drifloon, 1 Fluttermane, Jirachi, Klefki, Manphy, Mimikyu, and Radiant Ninja, and a Screamtail. And basically it just tells you the whole basic strategy as well, right here. You know, play down and evolve Ralts into Kirlia, or with Rare Candy and a Gardevoir EX, use Gardevoir EX, Psychic Embrace, ability to attach Psychic Energy, use Drifloon, Screamtail, and even Gardevoir EX itself, take knockouts as needed. The Kirlia engine, Kirlia has a crazy ability. If I click on it, it says Refine. I gotta scroll down just a little bit for you guys. It's Refinement, so the ability, you must discard a card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. So basically, you could throw away your energy and then draw 2, and then you can also use Ninja to throw away yet another energy to draw 2. And then, if you have a second Kirlia down, you can use another. You could throw away a basic card that's no longer needed, like say, I don't know, maybe an Iono that you don't need, or just maybe a Nest Ball that you don't need anymore because you got a full bench. You throw it away and draw 2 cards. So before you know it, you drawed 7 cards and you haven't even played a supporter yet, nor an item, which is insane. So the Gardevoir deck is a really, really, really interesting deck. I might try it out online one day. I haven't really played with it much. I'm not a huge fan of it. But maybe I'll try it out in the future. All right, let's go back. Lugia V-Star. There's 2. Oh no, or we want to do Future Box. Yeah, we'll do Future Box next. Future Box is another cool deck. I want to try it out because I did Ancient, so I might as well go back, do a Blast of the Future and try Future Box. One of my good friends that I play with, he uses Future Box. He actually used it in Orlando, and he did pretty good. He started off 3-0. He was cooking. He was beating Charizards. I think he beat a Blocklax, and then he beat 2 Charizards, something like that. I think that's what he did. But either way, he cooked really well with it. The deck. I mean, you all see me play it. It's a consistent deck. It's got, it's a guaranteed turn 1 attacker, and you get your Iron Hands cooking, just like how it says in the basic strategy. I'll just scroll down just a little bit, and I'll read it off to y'all. So basically, you're accelerating energy, and so basically the key is with the Future Box, you want to accelerate energy with Iron Hands, or with Miraidon's acceleration attack, and also with the electric generators that you have in your deck. And then you could take knockouts with his Ampy Very Much. And if y'all don't know, Ampy Very Much is if you get a knockout with that card, if you get a knockout using that attack, you take an extra prize card. So those pesky single prize decks can be in big trouble. So if you're playing Ancient Box, obviously you all watch me use it. It's a single prize or nightmare for decks for my opponents because they have to get 6 knockouts while I'm getting stronger. And I made huge comebacks. I was like down 4-6, and then it'd be 3-4 because they would take a knockout, but then I get one, and then it's 2-2, and then it's 2-1, and then I get the third double prize or knockout. But with this, if I knock you out the Ampy Very Much, instead of taking 1 for knocking out my Koraidon, and I get to take 2. So now that really puts me in a pickle, and yeah, it could put me behind really quickly, which isn't good. I mean, playing a single prize deck, you need to expect to be down early and mid-game, and then you make your comeback at the end. But if you can keep the pressure on me using Ampy Very Much, it can end the game quickly. Because remember, single prize cards, they don't have the most amount of HP. Anyways, you also want to play some Iron Crown because you give You give Iron Hands 20 more damage for each Iron Crown you got down, plus a Future Booster. So you put two Iron Crowns down, and then a Future Booster Capsule on Iron Hands. You're hitting for 200, so you can hit the Koraidon with a Future Booster Capsule. You could basically hit every Pokemon in Ancient Box because you're hitting for 200. Lugia V-Star. All right, let's scroll down. All right, so we got Lugia V-Star right here. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's a very inconsistent deck. The deck, I think in this new format, this deck got the most hype out of everything because everybody loves Archeops. I mean, Archeops is probably the greatest energy accelerator card of all time, besides Gardevoir, where you can just put any amount of energy in your discard to your bench. I mean, to any Pokemon with Psychic, but that's only with Psychic. But with Archeops, you can attach it to any Pokemon. So I'll pull it up real quick. All right, so Archeops, where are we at here? Okay, so the ability right here is Primal Turbo. Sorry. Okay, so we got Primal Turbo. Once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 2 special energy cards and attach them to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. So basically, this deck is loaded with special energy, like such as, I'm going back, let it load. I'll scroll down just a little bit, and I'll show you all the energy that it packs. It packs 16 energy, which is a ton of energy. So basically, you got 4 gift energy. I think if you get knocked out, or I think when you get knocked out, you draw 3 cards. Jet Energy, Double Turbo Energy, Mist Energy, Therapeutic, and Reversal, and V-Guard. So much to remember. Yeah, it's a lot to remember, but like, I mean, you just pick a deck. The reason why I know a little bit, I'm not saying I'm an expert or a professional, but I've played a lot of these decks, and I've seen what they all can do, and I've seen when they're really cooking. I've seen when they're not cooking. I mean, obviously, when you saw me play the Lugia with Raging Bolt, if you watched my last stream, I blew that guy out, I think 3-0, because I took out his Lugia turn 2, and then he had to try to get another Lugia down, and then I just kept taking prizes, and by the time he finally got set up, the game was too late, and I already won. Excuse me. You should go prof. Maybe a professor for a Pokemon. Is that what you're saying? I thought about being a judge. I did think about being a judge because sometimes when I went to my locals or like even like challenges, I was confused on like how some of the rules were handled. Like, for example, I remember one time there was a dude, his Pokemon got paralyzed, and he tried retreating, and they called for a judge, and, I should go professional. Oh. Yeah, I mean, maybe one day. For now, I just like to play this game because it's chill vibes, and, it's chill vibes, and I just like, slinging virtual cardboard, chilling with you guys, having a good time. But anyway, back to that judge story. There was a Pokemon that was paralyzed, and the dude tried retreating. And I knew from the jump, if you're asleep or paralyzed, you can't retreat. And the dude tried retreating. They called a judge, and the judge had like no idea what to do. And I was like, well, this isn't good. You know what I mean? So I thought about being a judge, but at the end of the day, I do like playing. So if I see dudes throwing cards and I'm stuck there judging, I'd get like the itch to play, or just whatever. All right, see what else what's going on here. All right, so back to Lugia. So you got your 4 Lugia, your 3 Lugia Lugia V-Star. So Lugia V-Star has the ability to get the Archeops because obviously Archeops is a stage 2. And when I first started playing, I didn't know that you needed a fossil to start using Archeops. So that wasn't cool. So with Lugia's V-Star Power Summoning Star, during your turn, you may put up to 2 colorless Pokemon that don't have rule boxes from your discard pile to your bench. So basically, you throw the two Archeops in a discard, and you can skip the evolution,
and you can start using their ability. Your TM Devo proof, which is really good. I think that is excellent. And yeah, he's a little, and Archeops is a little tanky, 150 HP, so that's not too bad. But anyway, you could go get 2 special energy. So if you got 2 down, you could put 4 special energy on your Pokemon. And then to tie it all together, there was a new card that came out in the format. Cincino, right here. Search. So he has an ability right here. Well, it's not an ability, it's his attack. So little man can do 70 damage for each special energy attached. Let me scroll down just a little bit. So right here, this attack does 70 damage for each special energy card attached to this Pokemon. So basically, if I had double Archeops, excuse me, if I have double Archeops down, I can put up to 4 special energy on the little Mincino. So that's 280 I'm hitting every turn, which is crazy. So I can put a gift, a jet, and then for Archeops 2, I can put like a mist energy down or something, and then another jet, and that's 280. But you got to be careful, because if you put the double turbo energy, you do 20 less damage. So you could be hitting for 260. But which is okay, because you can what's it called? Which is okay because 260 still knocks out. 260 knocks out Goldango. 260 knocks out. There's another Pokemon 260. I can't remember. Great Tusk. Yeah, Great Tusk EX. That knocks out Great Tusk EX. Knocks out. I mean, 260 is a good number because it can take out a lot of basic basic EX Pokemon. Let me see. And then there's a Snorlax to start. You got the Luxray. I forgot what he is. He's got an ability. I think when you're down in prizers. Let me see. Let me see what his ability is. Okay, once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your hand and you have more prize cards remaining, you may put this on your bench. Okay, so if you're down 5 to 6, you could just throw them down. So, and that's a good attack, 180. But I don't know. They play electric in there? Oh, yeah. They play luminous energy. Anyways, yeah, that's Lugia. I'll try it out in the stream. Excuse me. I'll try it out in the stream one day, but it's still got its holes. I'm not a fan of Lugia V-Star, but I'll have to run it one day for you guys just to show you how it works. What we got next? We got Lost Box. Yeah, we got Lost Box with Radiant Charizard. There's like a million variants of Lost Box, so I don't really play Lost Zone decks. I'm not a fan of Lost Zone decks. I just feel like there's just too much thinking. I just feel like with Lost Zone, there's just not enough. They're good decks. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not a fan of playing Lost Zone decks, but there's a million types out there. There's Lost Box with Radiant Charizard, and then there's more than that, but I think there's somewhere. Let me see. Well, probably if I scroll down some more. So basically, here's your strategy. I'll just read it off real quick. Using the components of Comfy Engine. Maybe I'll run them for you guys one day. So using the components of the Comfy Engine, get first to 4, and then to 10 cards in the Lost Zone. Use Comfy's Flower Selecting ability, which allows you to look at the top 2 cards of your deck, and you put one in your hand and the other in the Lost Zone. Attack using Cramorant with Spit instantly, which is insane. That Cramorant is annoying. The Cram Punch, it's not hitting as it... Excuse me. The Cram Punch isn't hitting like it used to. Now there's single prize cards out there with 120, 130 HP, so they can survive the Cram Punch because Cram is normally a good early attacker, and you can put a little pressure on your opponent being up 5 to 6 on them because you knocked out one of their little basic Pokemon. Anyways, yeah, you don't. If you have 4 in the Lost Zone, you don't need any energy attached to him, which is really cool. But that can hurt because if you got Flutter Mane out there, then you can't attack. So that's why Cramorant's not as good as it was in the last format. Last format, Cramorant was always the key in a Lost Zone deck. Like I used to tell my friend all the time, Cramorant's that sneaky good card that no one really like notices. Yes, the next release, I'm excited for that too. I'll dig into that a little bit too. I'll show you some cards that I'm excited for that I want to try. All right, so we got, then Sableye, which will be the like sweeper at the end of the game. I'll click on it and show you. So he's got an attack right here. It's called Lost Mine. It's insane. So basically, you can use this. Actually, there's a description right up here, a better one. So you can use this attack if you have 10 or more cards in the Lost Zone. If you do, put 12 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon any way you like. But even then, Sableye's kind of losing his punch because people don't have little Manphy out anymore. I mean, if you're playing Ancient Box, those cards have 140 HP minimum. And what else? Not only that's a single prize deck, so you can eat up Lost Zone. Ancient Box, not Ancient Box. Future Box can eat up. Future Box can eat up Lost Zone because all the cards are very low HP. They vary between 70 to 80 HP, which an Ampy very much is good enough to knock out basically anything in Lost Zone because it hits for a minimum of 120. And it has double weakness on electric, so you can easily knock out a Radiant Greninja with double damage. Same thing as Cramorant. So, yeah, there's that. All right, see what else we got going on. All right, so that's for Lost Zone. Roaring Moon. I've yet to use Roaring Moon. Might give it a run. What's the word I'm looking for? Roaring Moon was really good before this last format dropped. What was the last format? So this was Twilight Masquerade. Or not Twilight Masquerade, it was Temporal Forces. Forgot what was the last one before Temporal Forces. Was it Obsidian Flames? Oh, Paradox Rift, sorry. It was Paradox Rift. Yeah, so he came out in Paradox Rift. He was really good. The deck was really excellent. Like, you were able to... I remember the original deck had Squawkbilly, obviously Radiant Greninja. It's just like another thing. It's just like the baby Ancient Box I use. You rely heavily on Professor Sada. This card was brand new, the Explorer's Guide. A penny, some dark patches, a nest ball. I'm going to have to give this deck a run finally. Excuse me. I feel like this deck's still got the potential to be great. It's just, it's a very good first leading off attacker. But, we'll see. We got Goldango EX. Now, I used to play with this got advertisements for you guys. We got Goldango EX. I love my boy Dingo. He's cool. I love him a lot. I used him at a cup. I had a really fun time. I beat a Charizard. But unfortunately, when I did use Goldango EX, Path to the Peak was still running around. So when you had it, if Path to the Peak stuck, there's nothing really you can do with this deck. The deck's kind of shut down. I want to... Really fun deck to play with. I know Goldango is a goofy boy, but hey, man, he cooks, man. He cooks. He's just like Chien-Pao with the attacking. Well, Chien-Pao, you need energy attached on the field to use. Goldango EX, you need the energy in hand. So that is a challenge. Let me scroll down just a little bit. Scrolled up a little too high. A little bit down, a little bit lower. Okay. So basically, Yeah, right here, make it rain. 50 damage. Discard any number of basic energy cards from your hand. This attack does 50 damage for each card you discarded. Yeah, I mean, I used to cook with Goldango, and he's a nightmare for Chien Pao. The website doesn't have Scizor or Scyther. I put Scizor and Scyther in mine just to have a pesky prizer, a single prizer, because he does 50 damage for each ability. So if you're playing Chien Pao, basically they would have a Baxcalibur, a Chien Pao, a B-Barrel, and maybe another Baxcalibur. So he does 50 damage for each ability on your opponent's side of the field. So B-Barrel's 50, Chien Pao makes 100, and then what's it called? Baxcalibur makes 150, and then if they also have a Greninja, it's 200, and then not only that, Chien Pao's weak to steel, so he'll get eaten alive by Scizor. So I used to put a Scizor in mine. 35 trainer cards. The deck's loaded with items, so you can play Pokestop. This deck shows 7 basic water, 3 basic metal. I used to go 5 and 5. Now we're going down to Raging Bolt. This is the deck I used last stream. If you all watched me, mine was a little bit different. I had 2 Slitherwing. I took out the Raikou. I took out the Lumineon because I just realized like I'll draw into my supporters. I mean the deck is a good draw deck. Y'all saw me cook. Well, I take that back. I started off 0-2, and then I started cooking. So, I started cooking with it. Like I said, it is my last stream. I do have it published. I only played for about an hour and a half because I did have to go to work. But if you want to learn how to use Raging Bolt and other things and like other tips and tricks using it, please watch my last stream. You actually see me, lose the first 2 games, and the next 4 I come back and start blowing people out with the deck. I just had to learn how to play with it because those first 2 games I did play, those were my first 2 times playing, and I was just trying to figure out how to lead off with an attacker. Going into games 3 through 6, I was starting off using Slither Wing, and he's got a good attack, 2 energy, 140. You can knock out an Arceus and an Arceus V-Star if they don't have anything attached to it. Like I said, I didn't have the Raikou in there. And I also didn't have the Lumineon. I had a total of 10 Pokemon in there. Obviously, you got your 4 Professor Sada's Vitality. I think if you watched that stream, I think every time I supported was Professor Sada. I mean, the deck just does not miss on getting Professor Sada. I think there was one turn I just didn't get to play it. I used Iono, and I think I also got the Explorer's Guide. I got the Explorer in there. I think I had 1 Explorer in there, but 90% of the time I was using Professor Sada's Vitality. That card is insane. 2 energy from the discard and draw 3. I mean, what more can you want, man? Like that is like a great supporter card. Okay, here's a good one right here. I want to try one day too. There's Espathra. There's different variants. Like this one has Xatu Natu. There's people now playing with Matang using his metal ability. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so here's a deck I will never play with. Snorlax Stall. Don't be a bad kid. Play the game. Don't use Snorlax Stall. Don't be a bad kid. Great Tusk Mill. Kind of like a Snorlax Stall, but a little bit different. It mills your deck out. You could still lose. I mean, I beat a guy before we got down to the nitty gritty. We both had like 5 cards left. He had 6 prizes. I had 1. I Iono'd. He put his whole hand in the deck. I put my whole hand in the deck. I drew 1 card. I had 5 remaining. He had to draw 6, so he was out of cards. I ended my turn, and I won the game. I'll just go over it real briefly. You got your 4 Great Tusk. So basically the key, I'll just read the key strategy. So either use double Turbo Energy or Professor Sada's Vitality and a manual attachment. Use Great Tusk Land Collapse. which discards the top card of your opponent's deck. And if you played an Ancient Supporter card during your turn, discard 4 cards. So basically, you're going to mill your opponent out. And like you're like, well, aren't you drawing 3 cards? Yeah, you are, but you're planning on just playing a Sada, drawing 4. But your opponent probably has to draw some cards, use some resources. So they're burning more cards than you because you're not really planning on using resources. So the deck's full of counter catchers, super rod, pal pads, a Hisuian heavy ball, some booster capsules to tank them up to 200 HP to make them tanky and annoying. An artisan to help you get them out because you really can't use Buddy Buddy Poffin. Maybe I'll try it one day, but I'm not using Snorlax Stall. Do not pay me. Like, you can't pay me to use Snorlax Stall. No way. No way. When I see this deck, I think that's why I used, again, in Raging Bolt. I played... No. That was an Ancient Box, in the Ancient Box one. Ancient Box, I played this deck first, and I had a miserable time. The game was boring. And, like, yeah, you can say it's a skill issue or whatever, but it's just an annoying... it's just an annoying hater. Yeah, I'm a hater on the Block Lax. All you bucket hat people out there, I know you all play Snorlax Stall. Don't lie to me. And the deck's gonna be even more annoying because there's this flute thing coming out. But yeah, so these are some decks I've been looking at playing. Decks I played before. My good old Ancient Box. I really wanted to play it again this afternoon, but couldn't because the game's being in an update. Garatina V-Star. Okay, they're doing this with Arceus. Yeah. And then we got Garatina. Okay, so this is Lost Tina. This is another variation of Lost Box. But you're using Garatina as your primary attacker. And then Lost Box with Paradox Pokemon. Like, you see all the Lost Box we got here? Origin Form, Dialga V-Star. This deck's probably going to be on the rise because I think it won the Indie Regional. So this deck will be on the rise soon. Yeah, unfortunately the game is still under maintenance. It's going to be under maintenance till like 7, 8 o'clock tonight. And I'll be at work, sadly. So I won't be able to play. Yeah. Pidgeot Control. One of my good friends that I play with, he actually went to the Indie Regional and he got top 58. He got top 58. I don't know if he played with this variant. I didn't really look at his deck list, but he got top 58 out of 2,500 players using this deck. He cooked. He did a really good job. I'm proud of him. Did Southwest Florida proud. All right, so we got Sweaty Charizard. I mean, you all seen it. Watch me play it a million times. So this is the best, as of right now, this is the best Charizard in format. All right, we got Chien Pao, Chicken Pao. Like I said, I got tons of decks I want to try out soon. But these are the top 8 decks in the meta right now. Oop, let me scroll down just a little bit. So these are the top 8 decks in the meta right now. You got Chien Pao as number 1. Charizard is number 2. I'm still confused by that. But we got... So where are my cards right now? You mean like my physical cards or like the game cards? Because the game cards are getting updated. But my physical cards, I got them stored away in deck boxes and in like boxes and sorted out. I actually have to sort them out because I got a friend coming over Thursday. We're gonna test some decks out. I'm gonna try Incineroar against him. He told me he's got Raging Bolt, so I'm excited to play that. It's gonna be a good game. Those are gonna be good games. Yeah, I got Torterra for him. He's got a couple other decks for me. He probably got Chien Pao because he played with Chien Pao before. But yeah, he's gonna come over Thursday, I think morning or early afternoon, one of those times. Yeah, I'm really bummed out. Sleepover. Yeah. Yeah, man, I really wanted to play today, man. I'm really bummed out. All right. let's get the Twilight Masquerade. I'll show you some cards I'm excited for. I think I did do a live. I did a stream before of me going over the cards and format. But I'll just show you some cards I'm excited for. Where's the Diplin at? Let me control F. Oh, he's right here. He was right in front of me. Anyways, I'm excited for him. If Festive Grounds is in play, this Pokemon may use any attack it has twice. If the first attack knocks out your opponent, you may attack again after your opponent chooses a new active Pokemon. Yeah, so he has a move, do the wave, 20 damage. This attack does 20 damage for each of your bench Pokemon. So if you're playing Charizard to start, and he's got a little Charmander down, you get 5 down, attach an energy, get a Festive Grounds down, and hit him with do the wave. You hit for 100, he sends up another Pokemon, and then you can attack right then and there again. It's not like skipping your turn, or no. It's not like you get a double turn, you just get to attack twice. Yes, there's always tomorrow. So you gotta watch. If you are gonna play this card, be careful. People might treat it like Star Chronos if you play. Do not fall for it. All they can do is attack twice. They can't play 2 supporters. I know that's gonna happen. People are gonna try to cheese a second supporter. Like, say if you are using Charizard and they're using that, they knock out Charmander 1. Be careful. They might try to boss up. They might try to boss up your second Charmander that you got down, but that's not the case. You can only play 1 supporter per turn. So remember, that's still part of their first turn. This isn't Star Chronos where you get a whole brand new turn. So don't fall for it. But I am excited to try it out. Let me see some other cards I'm excited for. Where is the Greninja? So this Greninja is the next Inteleon. Alright, let me just scroll down just a little bit. Alright, right there. There he is. There's our boy. So, this attack does 170 damage, and you may search your deck for a card and put it in your hand. So that's an actually really good attack. You can take some knockouts, and then also go get a card you need and shuffle your deck. Barrage duplicates Barrage. Discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So, I don't know if... Okay, you probably can get rid of the double colorless energy. Yeah, they're going to have to... I'm excited to see the potential for Greninja. I mean, obviously the Radiant Greninja... Man, yawning before. Hey, I didn't sleep too well last night. The Radiant Greninja, I'm excited for. I mean, Radiant Greninja, I think is one of the best cards ever made. But this new Greninja is giving me Inteleon vibes, Inteleon V-Star or V-Max. So we'll see how it goes. Let me see some other cards I'm excited for. Oh, this Mightyena. Yeah. Ooh. Excuse me. Sheesh. So, the Mightyena right here, this is going to be like a nice little dog check deck. So, basically, pack outing, this has a base of 30 damage, and then it does 90 for each of your bench Mightyenas. So, if you have all 4 Mightyenas down, you're hitting for 300, which is insane. Yeah, which is insane. So, that'd be like a really good start. That'd be a really good start to the match. So maybe I can make like a dog check 2.0 and put Houndour and Poochyena together. I don't know. I gotta figure out how to do that. Let me see what else is going on. What are the cards? Oh yeah, right here. Everyone's raving about this card. Once I see it on the thing, there's Dark Cloak. All right, here, Dragapult EX. So everyone's freaking out about this guy right here. It's in Japanese, but basically the attack does 200 damage, and then you can put up to 6 damage counters anywhere you want. I mean, I kind of I like it a little bit. I mean, you're gonna have to get a psychic and a fire out there, so I don't know. I mean, you're probably gonna see a lot of like radiant Charizards in there. I'm just trying to think like how you can make that work. He's not future. He's just a dragon, so we'll see. This Blissey card right here, I'm a little upset about. If it scrolls down. Okay, so basically, Blissey has the most HP in the Pokemon video game. Like in the video game, Blissey has the most HP, but it only has 300, which blows my mind. Like it should have like three. I think it should have 350. Like Torterra has 340. Yeah, so like Torterra has 340, and sorry, I'm having a bad hair day. So Torterra has 340 HP, and what's it called? He only has 300. I mean, Charizard's got more HP. I mean, that Dragapult has more HP. So, it's a little bummer. This one right here, Blood Moon Ursaluna, coming up right. Let's scroll down just a little bit more. This card I'm really excited for. So for every prize your opponent has taken, it costs one colorless less. So if they take 5 prizers, you're hitting for free. Like you don't even need energy on them. So that's insane. So I know that he looks cool. So yeah, it's just pretty cool looking. Yeah, and that, I mean that's pretty much it. What I'm looking forward to. Oh, and then there's one more card right here. Handy Circulator. So this is going to help out Gengar EX, which I'm excited for. So if the Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an opponent attack, even if that Pokemon is knocked out, movement energy attached to the attacking Pokemon on one of your bench Pokemon. So basically you use Tricky Step. Okay, no. Let's put it this way. So the Charizard EX attacks. He had the Handy Circulator on. You then move an energy to that B barrel. And then next attack, you attack, and now his Charizard's got no energy. So there you go. And also, Gengar is going to be a menace in other decks where like you need multiple color energy. You could just load up all the multiple color energy on one Pokemon that's useless. And then this is another card I'm excited for. Let's scroll down just a little bit more. Hyper Aroma. It is an ace spec. Search your deck up to for 3 Stage 1 Pokemon. Reveal them and put into your hand. So that's really cool because if you play, say you play Goldango EX, you got 3 Gimme Goals down. You play the Hyper Aroma. You go grab the 3 Goldangos, and then you can start drawing and doing all this crazy good stuff. We got Jamming Tower coming up here. So Pokemon tool cards in play, both yours and your opponents, have no effects. So Forest Seal Stone won't work. All the booster capsules won't work. Like any type of even that one tool card I went over, the Handy Circulator, it won't work. So yeah, so it is what it is. And then there's this one item I'm kind of eager for, Love Ball. So if your opponent, say you have Bidoof and they also have Bidoof, and he evolves it to a B-Barrel, you can play the Love Ball, and you can search a deck for a Pokemon with the same name as one of your opponent's Pokemon in play. So you can go ahead and grab a B-Barrel so you don't have to waste resources such as like an Ultra Ball. But that's pretty much all the cards I'm excited for in this set. Oh yeah, there's also Unfair Stamp, which is going to be insane. I'll have to talk about that another time. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, guys. Unfortunately, the game's going through an update, so I don't know how I get out of here. Hold on, still learning. All right. Let me go ahead and transition. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, it's I'm a little bummed out. I can't get on and get some games in. I really wanted to get some games in today for y'all, but sadly I can't because the game's going through an update. So tomorrow I'll try to get on. Yeah, I'll try to get on tomorrow for sure. Get maybe some ancient box, or I'll run another deck. I'm not too sure yet. But hey, man, for now, yeah, I've been live for about an hour now. Sadly, yeah, I'm gonna have to get off because can't be running my suck for 2 hours. I'll like lose my mind. So, all right, guys. Without all that, I'll try to get on tomorrow around the same time, around 1 o'clock. Until then, gang, I hope you all have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and as always, stay motivated. Peace.